All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Today we'll be talking about how I was able to make over 500 bucks in about 2 hours trading stocks today. So before we jump into it, just remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading, like any other business here in the United States of America, is risky. It has its risks, and you must proceed with caution. Utilize simulators, utilize risk money. Do not go guns a-blazing. Remember, the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. And lastly, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. Be careful with impersonators, scammers, people pretending to be me. I will never message you first. All right? Stay safe, and let's talk about this beautiful day. So, Boeing, as you guys saw or maybe might have heard, Boeing, one of their, I think, 737 aircrafts, the door flew off mid-flight, so the stock is down a little bit. But anyhows, I have been buying the dip in my long-term portfolio. Just a quick side note, small size. Um, just a few shares here along this downtrend. We'll see if this thing does bounce back up over the next few weeks. But yeah, Boeing, interesting, right? Moving forward, we have the stocks that I actually traded today, which are NKTX, NEXI, ELEV, and SNTG. Green 3 out of 4, and not bad, right? Small red on the one stock that we are red on. I found these stocks as usual on my Momo Pro scanner. If you guys want to check this out, you can. The link will be down below. But Momo Pro is how I find my watch list stocks each and every day. All right. So code Relentless for 25% off if you are interested. NEXI, SNTG, and so forth. So NEXI, which was maybe the best out of the two, right? The two stocks. You know, ultimately NKTX was moving first, and I was very locked into it. When this thing here got halted up the first time at 9:34 a.m., I completely missed it, and I missed also the second halt up here at $12. So I was definitely late to the show, very late to the show here, and I think maybe this might have cost me a little bit because I could have positioned myself very well in this first dip and rip, right? Which is the higher resumption, the move down, and then the continued push. Instead, I came here, we opened, it dipped down, and then we ripped. I did make $1.30 a share, small size. I was up 700, but then proceeded to give it all back in this move down right here, and maybe even a little on this green candle. A little disappointing that we didn't retain the gains, but that's how it goes sometimes. I think if I was watching this earlier resumption and was able to position myself, let's say 1,000 shares or so, I could have been ultra aggressive on this halt going up, and maybe could have done extremely well and then tried to protect the gains. Because once I get to a certain point in the day, it's like, hey, let's not lose money, right? Let's make sure we size down drastically. So if things have went a little differently, maybe we could have made 2 to 3K or maybe more, depending on the risk we would have took. And then here, instead of giving back everything, sizing down and maybe giving a little off the top. But other than that, it did curl back up. We went slightly red, down 100, and in this area here going back up, we made back our gains on this flag and on the extension here, right? Double bottom in this area. We broke out of the range and it pushed up. So I'm watching in here for these two levels, right? We're consolidating. We got a low here of 1270 coming across. So for me, every time this thing gets down to these areas like this, right? I'm watching. So right here we came down to 1280. Areas like this time 87. Okay, a little higher, but this time for sure. Once we come down here, this thing is bouncing back up. I'm in. Selling on the way up, small size. I probably could have used more shares today, but I don't know, man. The spreads on this thing was awful. I think I did what was best for me and how I trade in this zone. So again, we had to push. Same thing here, a bit of a double bottom this time at 49, and then a move up. The 1 minute candle makes the new high here. We push to a new high, and then that's it. Kind of comes down. Huge bottoming wick here, which was good, and a move back up. So, ultimately, I think I could have done better on this stock. But in some areas, the volume really dried up. Like right here, look at this, right? Like 40,000, 60,000, like just terrible volume. So I didn't really care, on this move up like 40,000, 80,000. Like this is terrible volume for me and what I'm looking for. So ultimately, I just left it alone. On this push right here, 70,000, like this is not great volume. You compare this to, the first couple of candles after the resumption where the volume is going to be the highest. And let's see, 300,000, 300,000, 170, 120, like much more volume in this area. So yeah, that was NEXI. Watching for the move up, right? We had, and even here, a bit of an ABCD, of course, the W. We tested the VWAP, we rejected. We got here, we held it, broke down, move up. Flag into a push, bit of a bear flag, consolidation. Can we respect the lows? Can we hold the lows? Can we break over the high point? Breakout. So this recap is going to be quick and sweet. Lastly, NKTX. This one was more choppy. This one for sure. The other one had bigger spreads. This one was a little bit more choppy. But we did get a good move, right? The first 1 minute candle here does make the new high, which gives us an extended push after this bit of a false breakout. This is, interesting. Usually we'll think this might come down after a weaker candle like this. It moved up and sold off, but it ripped right back up. And what I love was this area here. These lows being respected very well right here, very well. And then us getting the 1 minute candle to then make the new high. It pulls back sharply. This is a rough drop. A rough drop initially. First, we hold up this area here at 85, but then we start to notice, man, this thing might give a 5 minute pullback. And so we watched out. We did avoid this bigger drop here. And we had a new low, 1070, and from there we bottomed out and curled back up. So it was a little choppy, but there was opportunity right here. And NEXI is halting down right now. Let's take a quick look at that. I can show the level 2 here. NEX, well, a false halt. Big drop. 1250, looks like a bit of a rejection up here for this flag, which we had lower highs. And all the way down. This can ruin your day if you're in there too much size, man. As much money as there is to be made, there's a lot of money to lose as well. So we got to really be careful, keep it tight, respect our stop losses. But anyhow, moving forward, hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Moving forward. Moving forward, NKTX. We had this level here at 23 that we wanted to break over, which was the high of yesterday's level, yesterday's candle. And, it had a hard time, and even earlier, it really had a hard time holding above. But, we got over it right here, and we thought we were going to see something special. I was watching this area move up, and I didn't really get to capitalize on this candle, man. It was close, but then right back down. So it's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, that was the day, guys. That was the day. Quick and sweet recap here. Hit that thumbs up. Check out those links down below for Momo Pro. Check out the links for the classes, right? Shout out to the moderators in the Discord and the other mentors, right? Marcelo, Tim, Crispy. Tim had a really good day today. Crispy, a monster day. I think like 12K last time I saw. So big shout out to the guys for holding it down here, doing extremely well. So stay safe, stay green. It's been RT. If you want to find these traders, you can check out the chat. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay green. Bright and early again tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. See you then.